my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise. My channel is a haul every Saturday without fail. I also upload bits like random stuff in between, depending on what's going on in my life at the time. We're actually doing Vlogmas right now, so you've got something every single day. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, if you enjoy somebody who chats a lot when the camera comes on, subscribe down below, give me a like and a comment if you enjoy today. You will need to be in the comment section when we do our advent calendar later on. You'll understand why if you're new here, and if you're not, you know which one we're hoping for tonight. So it was weird. I just suddenly thought, you know what, I fancy cheese scones this weekend. I don't know the last time I had cheese scones. A long time ago. Don't know where, it just like popped in my head. I don't know. Maybe there was a post on Instagram or Facebook, or somebody was talking about it. I don't know where it came from. So I thought, okay, well, let's make some cheese scones. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make cheese scones today, and I'm a little bit excited. I'm not going to do... I sort of got this thing in my head. I don't even know if it's going to taste any good. I'm going to have, this weekend, I'm going to have cheese scones with fake meat sausage, because I'm really not into meat at the moment, and it's going to have a little bit of butter and some, this is the weird bit for me anyway, it's going to have some honey on it as well. Very strange for me, that just sounds so nice. So I'm actually going to make the scones in a different shape. They might all end up being random, we'll see. We're just going to see how it goes. Chip is dying for my attention, but we're going to cook, and I've just cleaned my hands, so I'm not picking him up. I've got the I've weighed all the ingredients out, and we're just going to get on with it now. Right, so you do need to remember that one of my lights is out. I have two lights in my kitchen, one of them's out, so it's going to be slightly darker that side. There's not a lot I can do about that until we've got our new light bulb in. So the only thing that's missing out of all the ingredients is cayenne pepper, because it, like I said, I wasn't planning on doing this, it just suddenly popped in my head, and I thought I would have cayenne pepper, but it's only like 1/4 of a teaspoon, so I can't see it making a massive amount of difference. It's still going to be cheesy scones. So we've got 2 to 5 grams of self-raising flour, and it says to sift it. Did find my sift, so we're going to put that in there. So at this, we would now add in the cayenne pepper, which actually says a pinch of cayenne pepper, so it's not going to make much difference, is it? We've got some, I don't know if you can see it because it's all white. Corey said I need to get new plates. What do you think? I think I need to take a trip to TK Maxx and get some fancy ones. That's Chip. We've got to ignore him because I'm not picking him up. We've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt. It says to put it in at the same point before we sift, because it wants it all mixed in together. And then we're just going to sift it. This is the easy bit. Right, that's done. We have 55 grams of butter. Yes, it does look like cheese. So I've done this sort of method before where we've got to do it with our hands and make it breadcrumbs. And I usually cut it into chunks. But one of you, lovely subscribers, sorry about that, it's Chip trying to jump up my legs. He might keep hitting the tripod. We just have to deal with it. Said that if you grate it, it's going to be easier, which clearly it will be, because chunks, you've got to get through the chunks to get the breadcrumb bit going. So I did grate it this time. I've literally just pulled it out of the fridge. There's 55 grams of butter, which we're just going to put in. It's not going to go in on its own though, is it? I don't want to play with it too much. Because it's going to start melting with my fingers. The temperature of your fingers is just going to make it melt. So that's the idea, is not for that not to happen. We're going to mix it straight in with our, it does say with fingertips, and we're trying to aim for breadcrumbs. Again, that noise is Chip making out like I'm starving him. I tend to record as soon as I've fed him. So his bowl's empty, so he just pushes it around. He wants you all to feel sorry for him and tell me to feed him again. That's what it is. So I'm just coating it. So we literally grab it, pull it up. Well, I pull it up, you don't have to pull it up. And we're just, what we're doing, we're just squeezing it between our fingers. You're trying to incorporate all the flour in with the butter. Oh, I missed a little bit there. And we're just going to keep going until it's all, it looks like breadcrumbs basically. So it's a matter of mix it up, sift it through your fingers, mix it up, sift it through your fingers. This is going to take a while. So it's either going to be sped up at this point, or I'm going to cut it out. we will see. So that tip really helps. Like, it's pretty much breadcrumby. That is way quicker as well, which when you've got fibro, that's a huge benefit. So I'm just gonna go, no, I'm not gonna wash my hands because we've just got to add cheese in. So again, I grated the cheese. There's 120 grams of cheese. It says to put 100 grams in and keep 20 out. Clearly I'm not that sort of cook. So we're gonna put the majority in. The bit that you're gonna leave is just a sprinkle on the top. We're just going to go with that. It doesn't really matter, it's all going to be incorporated. So we're literally mixing it in just to make sure that it mixes in with the flour. This is such a simple, you know, I don't know why I don't make them more often really, because it's so simple to do. Scott would love this, I'm sure he would. Right, I am now going to just make like a well in it. Then I am going to wash my hands because I'm not going to do the next bit with my hands. We have 100 mils of milk, which we're going to pour some into the well. Now, it says we're after a soft, firm dough. Opposite. Chip, stop, buddy. Stop. You're going to have to wait. I've literally just brought him in and fed him, so he doesn't need the attention right this minute. But I'm going to pour a chunk, well, I'm going to pour about half of it in, I guess. Mix it with a spoon, and then we'll just keep adding until we're done, because it says you're not going to need all of this. And I think we're going to keep a little bit for the top. I think we're going to brush the top of them when we've put them on. Also, just so you know, I have just put the oven on, gas mark 6 with a pan in it. We're going to put this onto parchment paper, which isn't on the pan, and then put, because it's supposed to go straight onto a hot pan. So that the pan is actually heating in the oven, whilst the oven is obviously heating as well. I can never do it and keep it in the bowl. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. Maybe I do need to put my hands in it. It did, the instructions, I don't know why, I just don't tend to get very good instructions. Didn't say how to do this. Didn't say whether to use a mixer, whether to use your hands, anything. I feel like, okay, it's coming together. I feel like if I had my hand in there, it'll probably work better. We're going in there with hands. Do you know, every time I do these recipes, we always change up how we're doing it when we start doing it. And then I'll get some comments telling me what I should have done later on. But I can never remember, this is the thing. See, this feels like it's way too dry. But we're nearly out of milk. So, we're going in there with all the milk. What can I say? Soft, firm dough, it says. We don't want to mess about with it too much. Like, as soon as we got it there, we're going to quit. I did actually have to take a break because my hands couldn't take it anymore. We got it together. I did actually have to use all the milk plus like a little drizzle of more milk out of the carton. It wasn't gonna go together any other way, but it was just the tiniest bit. So maybe I didn't quite get the measurement right. Maybe it was just like slightly below the line or something, I don't know. I just put more in there to glaze. So now we're just gonna, we're going to roll it out. So we're just gonna put a little bit of flour on the side so it doesn't stick. And the idea, it says about, roll it to about 2 centimetres. We'll roll it and just see what happens, pretty much. I'm not going to worry about all these cracks and things because that's the way we roll. I think it says this makes about 8, but like I said, I'm going to cut mine slightly differently. Right, we're going with that. So what I was going to do is just, don't worry about my work surface, I'm not actually slicing it, we're just going down gently, okay? I'm sorry if that triggered somebody. Okay, so I was thinking about that sort of size. They're not going to be uniform, clearly. And then I'm going to re-roll the rest and then we'll do something different with the rest. I'm trying to think that. there. There. That's sort of what I'm after. I haven't rolled it all evenly at all. It's thick that end and really thin that end, but I'm okay with that. I have parchment paper here. I'm just going to lay it on the parchment paper. I know my angles are rubbish today. I really need to figure this stuff out. I mean, you'd think by now I would have sorted it out, but maybe I never will. Right, so they're the ones I was thinking for. What was I thinking for? My brain's gone dead now. For this weekend, for breakfast and stuff, or dinner, whatever. Because we have a few things planned this weekend. Doesn't always work out, but if it does, you'll see in the vlogs later on in the week. That's the oven, just in case you're wondering what the noise is. Noise is all over this place. Right. I'll do the same thing again. At least with my cooking, you can tell it's homemade. I'm just going to go with a classic scone shape. Now, when you do this, actually I should have gone the other way. Doesn't matter though. Never, just a tip that I found out a few years ago, never put your whole palm on it and do it, because the suction pushes the air out. Let's do some shaped ones. That's, look, like I was just about to do, because it's habit. That's what people do. Right. I actually got quite a lot out of this. I didn't think there was going to be that much, because it wasn't a massive recipe. I'm going to have to cook this in more than one batch, because my parchment paper, as you can see, is full. And that is the size of my pan. So I'm going to make some random shapes with this last little bit. Oh, let's finish it off, shall we? We're just going to put a little bit of milk. I hate this brush. I really need to get another brush. It seemed like a really good idea, this, like, what is this, silicone stuff? But it doesn't, like, it doesn't put it onto anything. Like, it's the weirdest thing. I don't like it. Right, new brush needs to go on my shopping list. So we're just glazing them all. And they're not going to be as fat as, I don't feel like they're not going to be as fat as they normally would be. I might be wrong. Right. That's the milk on. We got the leftover cheese. I'm going to try and keep a little bit as well. Just going to put a little sprinkle on top. So they've got cheese in them and cheese on them. They're proper cheesy. And this is the mature cheese that I get as well, so. There you go. I'll keep that to go with the other random bits that I'm going to do after. So now I'm going to get the pan out and literally just put it onto the pan, because it's a flat pan anyway. And then it's going to stay in the oven. It's on gas mark 6 for 15 to 20 minutes. So, fingers crossed, because this is usually where it all goes tits up. No, it doesn't really go tits up, does it? Like I said, it's always edible, so. Right, I will be back in a bit. We'll see how this comes out. Finished result. This is what they look like. There's one missing because Corey tried one, but he said he remembers he doesn't like scones after he ate it. But he said it was good for a scone, he just don't like them. So you can tell clearly which ones I cooked second. Now, let me show you. So I don't know if you're going to be able to tell from me doing this or whatever, but like, it's nice and soft in the middle. I'm going to cut one open so you can see the middle. So it's nice and soft in there, bouncy in the middle. But nothing, you can't tell till you try it. It's really good. I'm impressed. I actually did a good job. That is exactly what I was thinking, taste-wise. It's heating. Exactly what I wanted. So imagine one of these ones, one of them ones, cut open, bit of butter, fake sausage meat, or imagine a real sausage if you're not fake sausage meat person, and a bit of honey. Don't know why I've got it in my head, but I think that's gonna be amazing. So there you go. You saw how easy that was. I have fibro, and like the only bit that I would say was the mixing it together with your fingers, but actually with that tip, with the grating the butter, took so much off of that. Amazing. That was such a good tip, whoever that was. Thank you. So that's it. Cheese scones done. I'm set for the weekend. So the only thing we've got left to do now is the calendar. Bear with me, I'm going to get it out. The famous calendar. We are on day 16, which is this one. It's got a little bit of holly on it, and it says Merry Little Christmas on here as well. We have red filling. Okay, this is the one. Today is the one. Are you ready? It's not fun. So today we have another wax melt. It is mulled wine. Have you ever had mulled wine? See, I haven't. And I did see a bottle in Asda, just a random thing. I saw a bottle in Asda, went to have a look because I thought that's a Christmassy thing. Maybe I should try some. It's got cinnamon in it though. I'm not a fan of cinnamon, so let me know if you had mulled wine, not made it yourself, because I know people make it yourself. Is it like really cinnamony, or is that like just an afterthought? Because I don't like cinnamon. Maybe I shouldn't even try it. Yeah, I'm talking myself out of it now. But yeah. What can I say? We gotta guess again. We gotta get it right sometime. Okay, maybe I should not guess chocolate again. It'll be chocolate if I do that. See, this is why I don't gamble. I'm not a gambler. That's why I'm never gonna gamble. Okay, get down in the comments what we're gonna have tomorrow. Is it going to be a wax melt, a chocolate, or sweet? Did you get it right today? How good are you doing at this? Okay, a lot of people actually said they were guessing chocolate because they want a chocolate. They want me to have a chocolate. They know how much I want one. What's your feeling? You got a gut feeling? I've got a gut feeling there's a chocolate tomorrow. My guess clearly is chocolate again. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you're having you've had a lovely day at the beginning of the weekend. Woohoo! Hopefully we're going to get lots of videos out next week. I've got some plans. Let's see if we can pull it off. I'm sending out good vibes to everybody. I hope you're catching them, and I will see you in tomorrow's video, Vlogmas 17. Bye!